Okay, in order to put the numbers from least to greatest, since they have fractions, you have to get common denominators. So for the first one, I have 1 3/5 and 7/6. Whenever you have a whole number, you can always write that as 1 over 1. So then you look at the denominators for each of these, and we have to find a number that all of these can go into. The fastest way is to multiply two of them if you have to. So that'd be 30. I'm trying to think if there's anything smaller. I don't think there is. So basically I want to make all three of these have the denominator of 30. In order to make this one 30, I multiply times 30. So for that fraction, I have 30 over 30. In order to make this 30, I multiply times 6, top and bottom. So 6 times 3 is 18, and the bottom would be 30. And then on the last one, you multiply times 5 to get 30. 7 times 5 is 35 over 30. So now I have three fractions, and I can decide in what order they need to go to. And we're going from least to greatest. So the smallest one is going to be the one that over 30 has the smallest number. So you have 18 over 30 as your first number. Then the next size, this says 35 over 30. So that is actually greater than a whole number. So then your next fraction would be 30 over 30. And then your last one is the 35 over 30. Now when you answer these on any kind of test or anything, you always answer them using the original fraction. So I just usually write my new fractions next to. So this 18 over 30 represents this one, the 30 over 30 represents that one, and this one represents. Hopefully that makes sense. So you can answer it using those originals to get your answers. You can also draw these on a number line. So let me turn the page. If I have 18 over 30, I had 35 over 30, and 30 over 30. I know those are in random order. So on a number line, I would put my whole number 1, and that one was, remember, we made the whole number 30 out of 30. And then using fractions, I would just go up by probably 5s, I guess. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So this is a whole number 2. So let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So this is 0. So then 30 out of 30 is your whole number 1. 35 out of 30, so I'm going to go up 5 more. So this one is 35 out of 30. And then 18 out of 30. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. So right here is about 18 out of 30. So visually, you can put it on a number line, and that'll help you when you need to graph. So again, I can see that this is the order 1, 2, 3 of my fractions. All right, for the next one, it's mixed numbers. So you have 3 and 2/3, 3 and 5/6, and 3 and 1/9. So again, you got to get a common denominator. The cool thing is all three of these have whole number 3s. So we really only have to compare the fractions. But I'm going to show you how to compare the whole number using the whole number anyways, just in case you ever have it where they're not the same. So to convert these to improper fractions, you multiply and then add the top number. So you have 3 times 3, which is 9, plus 2 is 11 over 3. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 5. So you have 23, and put that closer. 23 over 6. And the last one's 9 times 3, which is 18, plus 1 is 19 over 9. So now we have improper fractions. We can easily see the denominators that we need to make common. Well, all three of these are multiples of, can be used to make a 9. So 3 times what equals 9? 3 times 3. 6, oh, that one doesn't work though. 6 times 3, 6 times 2 is 12. All of these can be turned into 18. 9 times 2 is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. So then I would do 6 times here. So we're going to get 18 as our common denominator for each of these. 18, 18, and 18. So 6 times 11 would be 66. And then you have 6 times 3 is 18. And then you have 23 times 3, which would be 69. And then the last one is 19 times 2, which would be 38. So now you can easily compare these, just looking at them. The smallest one you have is this one. So we're doing least to greatest. Always check yourself. Least to greatest. So this would be the first fraction. 66 is the next number in line, and then 69 is the next one. So that would be the third one. So you just translate that. 3 1/9 is first. 3 2/3 is second. 3 5/6 would be third. Now, if you want to graph these, it's a little different. So let me go back. I noticed, actually somebody else noticed, I rushed, and when you convert this fraction, you do 9 times 3 plus 1, which 9 times 3 is 27, plus 1 will be 28. So this is not 19 over 9. It should be 28 over 9. See? Math teachers, don't rush. It happens. Here, and we're going to draw a number line. So I have 3 2/3, 3 5/6, and 3 1/9. Okay, so when comparing this on a number line, you should use the other fractions that we converted these to, but I'm going to show you an easier way to do it with these, because since these all have a whole number 3, we know that it's between 3 and 4 for the whole number. So I just really need to compare all 3 of these fractions in between. So I would just get common denominators here. So we have 18 as the common, and then let's do the top. So this is 2 over 18. So I'm kind of just ignoring the 3 right now, just so you're aware. 6 times 3, 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 6, 6 times 2 is 12. Okay, so then I would compare these here, and when you have a denominator of 18, that means there's 18 lines between here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Normally those would be beautifully spaced out, but we're just kind of sketching it. So the first one is 12 out of 18. Well, let's just do this one first because it's 2 out of 18. So you would put your dot here. I'm going to do a different color. Dot here. Label this 3 1/9. The next one is 12. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that would be here, which would be 3 2/3. And 12, 13, 14, 15 would be here. So then the last one is 3 5/6. So you can see visually on the number line that it's the same order as what we found on the last slide. You can always pause and go back if you need to. So hope that helps. Okay, going back to fix an